I'm sure you hear a lot of talk about branding, marketing, messaging, ideal clients, vision, all that good stuff. And the really great part about that is all of those words actually have amazing concepts behind them. And there really is a right way to put them together. Now, the way you do that is your own style, your own flair, your own flavor. But there are certain things that no matter how you put them together, there is an order that if you follow that order just a little bit, they will make more sense. They will resonate. They will have more staying power. They will have more connection. When I say the words brand equity, what does that mean to you? Does it mean anything? You're just like, yeah, that's how we're talking about branding again. Or if you take just a second, what does that actually mean? If you think equity, that means you put things in and what comes out is greater, right? That's equity in a house, equity in whatever relationship you have. The same is true with your brand. It is about putting something in and creating something that when you get to draw on it, it is greater than what you created. It is greater, it is bigger, it has more impact, it has more power, it has more connection. My name is Amber Griffiths and my company is Your Brand by Design. And I want to take this week. It's February. This is the month of love, and it is the time to celebrate together as you up level. Celebrate your own journey, your own adventure, follow your path, and celebrate those of the paths around you and how they are doing it their way. And they are creating their own path. Sometimes it's the path less traveled. Sometimes it's the same one as always. But it's going to take you, it depends on where you want to go, right? That's going to be the path that you decide to take. And if it veers to the left or the right or pauses or jumps forward, that's your decision. That's what you get to make of it. So this week I really want to focus. I want to make sure you understand. I want to help you understand that you have branding and you have brand equity and you have brand legacy. And then there's the next part that I'm so excited to share with you. I can barely contain it. And we will talk about that next week. But today I really want to focus on the very first step. Because although these things are not mutually exclusive, they absolutely build on each other. Similar to your vision, your message, your mission, your ideal client, your marketing, all those other things that build on to help you create a brand and help you build your business. There are pieces. You can have legacy without equity, but it's not as effective. And it absolutely is kind of this, if you build on it with a solid foundation, it gets bigger and better and more amazing. So brand equity is the attraction factor, right? What have you put out there, and is it consistent, and is it authentic? Does it speak to your ideal client in a way for them to go, yeah, that's sexy. I want some of that. That feels good. That resonates with me. That's what I've been looking for. So there's absolutely some of that. And that comes with that foundation of even a rock star brand, which is, this is who I am. This is what I offer. This is how I work with my ideal clients. And this is the message that connects that. But you build on that to create that brand equity so that there is that attraction factor. Do my ideal clients want it? Do they know that they want it? Can they find me? Then there's also the emotional connection. Is it just a really good message, or is it mine? Is that message meant for me? So think of it this way. There are a lot of places where you could get a burger. There's a lot of places where you could get a really good burger. But there's going to be that one place that you're like, doesn't matter how far away it is, doesn't matter whoever it is that comes into town, I'm taking them there because of the way they treat me, because of the experience you've had there, because you have a connection. It's kind of like Cheers, the old TV show, the old sitcom. Well, that dates me. Kids, look it up. Cheers was great. But if you have a place where they know your name, they always welcome you, you know that that's your place, you feel at home, there's a certain emotional connection that you have the power to create with your brand. So that it's not just throwing stuff out there and, yep, I got my business card, I got my logos, my fonts, my colors, I got all that piece to put together, let's go do business. Building a brand that has emotional connection with your ideal client is really one of the best, fastest, easiest ways to create a connection. Because when they get it from you and it's not cookie cutter, it's not something templated, it came from here, with them in mind, they get to connect with that. Your ideal clients go, wow, I know I could network 12 other places. Here is home. Here is where I feel good. I could get this coaching 12 other places. But here I feel wanted. Here I feel safe. And it's that emotional connection with your brand that is going to help you establish brand equity. It can't just be throwing stuff in a pile and, well, I've been here 20 years, so I must have equity. You have staying power. It's kind of like popularity. It's not just about being well known. It's about being well liked, right? So when you create brand equity, it's not just how long have I been in business? How long has my brand been doing this? It includes, am I appealing? The first one, right? The attraction factor. Am I appealing to my ideal client? And then also, do they feel connected with me? Will they keep coming back? Because not only was it a good experience once, but they were so connected with me and they felt like I was so myself and had their best interests in mind, loved their business even more than they did, was really invested in their success and their next level of success. That's part of that emotional connection. Now, the third part to building brand equity, this one gets a little tricksy because I know it's going to hit some people at home. So just buckle up. It's okay. I say this with love. Are they connected and are they attracted to your content? Y'all have some content. I've seen it. I've seen a lot of it. I know that as entrepreneurs, and I am one of those, when things get scary, when things get rough, when things get too big, we retreat to a safe place of creation. We will create content till the cows come home and then some, because then that means we're in our safe place. We're creating content. We love our people so much, we're going to put all this content out there. Okay. Then what? What kind of content are you creating and why does it matter? What kind of content are you creating and are your people drawn to it? Do they seek it out? Do they connect with it? Do they like it? Do they love it? Do they want more? Or are you just creating content because, well, I'm going to create a webinar because my coach said I have to have a webinar. And I'm going to have a newsletter because everybody has a newsletter. And I'm going to have a booth. I'm going to have a banner. I'm going to have all these pieces because that's what you do. There is something about having a strategy behind that and saying, okay, I'm going to have these specific pieces, not because I have to check off these boxes, but because I know my clients, I know my potential clients and my ideal clients could benefit from these 6 pieces, right? And it's not written as, I need to create this, I need to put this out there, I just have to have this done. I want. You hear that pronoun? I want to create this, I want to put this out, I've always wanted to write a book, I want to have a newsletter. Are you just flinging stuff at the wall hoping something sticks? I mean, it's that bad marketing 101, right? The only question we ask ourselves is, can we afford it? Well, it's $10,000. Okay, I got that. Let's handle it. But we never stop to ask, wow, is my ideal client at the other end of that? And what do I actually hope that does for me? Will that position me in a way that my ideal clients will see me, feel connected, and feel like there's something there of value? So part of it is that positioning piece as well. How does it make you look? Where are you positioning yourself? I worked with a client, I just had a conversation with her last week. And she said, this is my lowest package. This is how it's priced, blah, blah, blah. I'm having people really have struggles with that. The easy answer and the gut response that I hear from people is, well, I'll lower the price. Well, what if that's not the answer? What if the answer is you double the price and speak differently about it? What if the answer is you 10 times the price and put it someplace else and advertise it and offer it to a completely different set of ideal clients? It doesn't, especially when somebody says no, it's so rarely about the price. It's because there's no value. They don't feel the connection. They don't feel safe. So as you are creating this content, realize that for it to work effectively, for it to help you establish brand equity, it has to connect with your people. It has to be there for them. It can't be an ego exercise for you. It can't be checking off boxes. This is part of why when I say you get to do things your own way and carve out your own path. And sometimes you get to work with somebody who can help you pave that path, but it's still yours and you still get to do it your way and have your messaging. This is part of that. If you want to have those 6 pieces out there, that's lovely. That's great. I highly recommend it. Be sure there's a reason there besides somebody told me to. Be sure there's a reason behind it besides everybody has these 6 pieces. I have to have these 6 pieces. That's true about logo, font, and color too. And if you don't do that with intention and with strategy and with understanding what that says about you and how to put that together, that doesn't work well either. That doesn't work as well as it could. Your brand is the perfect opportunity for you to connect with your ideal clients, to make a connection with those people that you know you are meant to serve. You know you have a solution that is so custom for them. And whether that's a product or a service, doesn't matter. This applies both. It takes you from, I just need to sell this, I just got to get cash flow, into I'm going to have these relationships, and my cash flow is going to be handled for years to come because I'm their person. They connected with me. What you put into the brand, the pieces, it's very much the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, especially when you connect with them, when you have that attraction factor, when you have the emotional connection. Not just, wow, that's really pretty, but, oh, that hit me here. I feel that here. Have you ever gone into an event and someone, doesn't matter if it's the actual speaker or if it's someone in the audience, you hear a sentence, you hear a comment, and you think, that's why I had to be here. That's why I got to show up today, is because I needed to hear that. You want your content to create that kind of response with your ideal client. It's that connection. That is how you develop brand equity. It takes the foundational pieces of your rockstar brand and elevates it to this is an attraction factor, this has the emotional connection, and my content makes sense. Not only are they reading it and soaking it up, they are longing for it. They are drawn to that content. They are so excited when your newsletter comes because they're like, this is my stuff. This is what fills me. This is what I need. So they care about your content. They want to read it. They want to absorb it. They want to soak it up. They want to share it. That's brand equity. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to jump on tomorrow and we're going to talk a little bit about the next part, which is brand legacy. And then if you have any questions, please leave them here. Please reach out, engage. If you're not sure if you're building equity, ask me. If you're not sure about if you are building brand equity, ask one of your ideal clients. They will be more than honest with you. It's part of what makes them ideal, is they are not just going to blow smoke. They're going to be like, well, I really like this and this and this, but this part is really not clicking for some reason. Take a look at all of your content, all of your marketing pieces, all of your collateral. Look at the music you play at your events. Look at your book. Look at your social posts. Honest and truly, look at every single piece and make sure there is a connection point for your ideal clients. Make sure that there's an emotional an opportunity for an emotional connection. And I don't mean manipulative, I don't mean heartstrings necessarily, but somehow that they go, oh, in my soul, they are speaking my language. That's my vocabulary for an emotional connection is, she speaks my words. She speaks my language. I get it. I can feel her, right? Take the time to analyze what you already have, adjust it as necessary, and then as each new launch, as each new thing comes out, make sure that it's really for them. It's not just for you. It's not just, I need to create this. It's, I know my people need to see this. I know this is going to improve their lives, because it's not just in the moment improvement. That equity builds and grows and gets bigger and more amazing and more shareable. That equity, that brand equity, is a thing that you can't buy. You can't just outlast someone and hope you have more equity. You get to actually strategically create that. So thank you so much for your time, for listening. If you have any questions about equity, please drop them in the comments below. If you're like, oh my gosh, Amber, I've got equity coming out my ears, I want to hear it. I want to help you celebrate that you have done such an emotional, connective content piece that your people are clamoring for it. I want to help you celebrate that. So drop that in the comments below. And then join me tomorrow at Branding Rockstar. And we're going to talk about how you create your brand legacy. So until then, rock on.